104.1 KRBE.
Let's go. Good morning.
The Roula and Ryan Show.
With Eric. It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula.
Macaroni cheese hot dog.
Ryan. I am the worst DJ ever. With Eric.
We're the champions of the world!
104.1 KRBE.
Good morning. Happy Monday, Houston, Texas. It's Monday, April 14 of 2025. Right?
What's
6:04 a.m. and the gang is all here. Roula, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. What a glorious weekend, and how beautiful is it even right now? Even though it's not daylight yet, just the breeze. April is treating us just fine. I am okay with this.
It's going to be hot today, though. It looks like it's going to be almost 90.
However, I have to show you all something since my 6 o'clockers are right here with us. There's one listener that I know has reached out to us on text. Said the only break they get to listen live to every time is just this one.
That's it?
Okay.
Yeah, and then they have to go back on podcast. So on Saturday, I was in Galveston, and I didn't plan to go, lay out or anything. It wasn't like, I'm going to put my swimsuit on and go to the beach. It was just, we're going to go walk the beach, and maybe we'll go to the Strand or, casual Galveston day. And I ended up sitting there for a minute, and I heard my husband goes, did you put any sunscreen on?
Uh-oh.
And then I said, no, I don't know. I didn't think about it because, it's like sitting at a baseball game. I was wearing a short sleeve shirt. I wasn't even dressed for the beach. Had a visor on. And later, when you come home later and it's settled and you take a shower and then you really look at yourself?
Oh, yeah.
Y'all, I was in so much pain. My arms were hurting so bad. I have not been sunburned like this since I was probably 10 years old.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you can see. It's kind of calmed down a little bit.
You can see where your watch was.
Oh, yeah.
But it was raging, boiling lobster hot.
It doesn't look red. Here, put that light in.
It looks
It's
tan.
just from here to my wrist, from my upper arm to my wrist. That's it. Like the T-shirt farmer tan.
Yeah.
The fact that I can even roll up my sleeve right now without it hurting is really positive.
The color looks good on you.
Yeah. Did you put some aloe vera
it's
on
pretty
there?
red.
It's really bad.
It is
Put
red.
the light on it.
It's really bad. And it's just my arms. Oh, and also, I have socks and shoes on now, but I was wearing sandals that had this, I guess the design of the sandal had little holes in it.
Yes. Are they all over?
So I have alien psycho feet because all the sun went right
Get the
through the
little
holes.
dots on your foot.
And yesterday was Palm Sunday, and I was going to wear these cute wedge sandals with my dress.
Yeah.
And my kids were like, what happened to your feet? It looks like I'm some alien experiment with these red dots on my feet. I go, okay, I can't wear the wedges then.
Oh,
I have to wear
no.
shoes that cover the top of my foot because it was so terrible. But the weather was so gorgeous. It was the kind that it just snuck up on you. You were in the sun too long.
Plus the wind, you don't feel the heat.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was thinking anybody who's like a softball game or a baseball game outside watching their kids, they probably would have had the same situation. If they didn't have sunscreen, because it is exactly just from where your sleeve hits on the upper arm down to the watch. I'm just boiled right there in those two spots.
We got to make it a habit to do that, especially in Houston.
Yeah, the
Put some look
arms.
Always put it on.
Yeah.
I just
Gosh.
wish there was an easier way to do it where you don't have that. Because if you use the aerosol,
You miss.
it gets all over
Rula,
everybody.
you don't have an umbrella or a shaboomi? Have you ever seen a shaboomi?
What's a
What's the
shaboomi?
shaboomi?
That's that. It looks like someone has taken apart a parachute and kind of put it in a rainbow shape.
Oh,
and
okay.
it blows with the wind and it
Oh,
kind of
that's
covers
nice. I have
you.
seen those on the
I
beach.
see it on the beach, but they never last.
I feel like that's got to be a lot of
Wind,
work to
because
tackle that
I
wind.
think that sand is.
Well,
Stick
you
it
got to
down.
get it in
That
good.
sand is so hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to. Well, we
I
bring
watch people and I
we
see
bring a
them.
tool to get it down into the sand.
It's
and then
really
bury it.
loud, too.
Yeah, so
Oh, is it loud? It's super loud.
Oh,
Because I
really?
remember we used it for Santi, and he was,
What's that
terrified.
noise?
Yeah, because
Well,
it's super,
I'm
super
thinking
loud.
if you guys
scared.
made a plan to go to the beach, you'd have all that.
Oh, absolutely. But you weren't planning
I was
on-
like,
yeah.
oh, let's just walk to the beach for a little bit and then
Right.
leave. And I was like, well, it's so nice out here. And I
sick.
told my husband, should we get a chair? He's like, yeah, I guess we can sit. There was a family not too far from us that had this giant contraption. I took a picture of it. It's like a huge,
Oh, yeah. 'cause
tent type
It's
thing.
like a gazebo.
Good
With-
Lord,
with a
that is a lot
screen.
to drag out
Somebody
there.
to go
rents
to the
it?
beach.
Okay, but listen to this. I took a picture of it because I thought they had done the whole thing themselves and then they had left. And when I was walking by this, there's a sign in the front. You rent it's a cabana that you can actually reserve for them to put it where you want to be, and it just stays there.
I like that.
So that
then they
family
take
didn't have
Yeah.
to do the work. That family just got to enjoy this
That's
cabana
a-
with the 4 Adirondack chairs and the rug.
That's an Airbnb family.
yes.
Yeah.
It was
They
because
don't have
they
the
were
stuff at the house.
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
it
Now,
for
can
free.
you bring a grill out there? Are you allowed to grill on the beach?
No.
Yes, you
not
can.
this beach,
I
I
have
think.
grilled many a time on that beach too, Roula.
Really?
Yes, yeah, and all you have to have it lifted off the ground.
So no charcoal or anything.
I use
wouldn't
charcoal
want
in the grill, lifted off the
But
ground.
not
You
on
ain't,
the
you
sand,
ain't bringing
right?
gas out there.
Well, I wouldn't
Bring
want
propane.
that way.
S'mores once, and that person had a big fire.
Yeah, but that was a solo stove. You know those solo stoves you can buy at Academy?
That's a grill
seen
in their,
those?
in their head.
Griddle.
Though.
I guess.
So
I've
after you
never
do
seen
that,
anybody
where
cook-
do you dispose of everything? You know,
Well,
like your
that's why you
ashes.
gotta be
and
careful.
your-
Yeah, I would usually dig a hole and bury it in the
Bury
hole.
them, right?
But usually the briquettes, they cook down to nothing, and then you got nothing
Turn
left,
into
just
dust.
ashes, dust to dust.
Speaking of, I just saw this stat. Buying a bathing suit, more than a quarter of women say they would rather get their wisdom teeth pulled. They go shopping for.
I read that the other day, Eric, and I
started
was like,
laughing.
oh my gosh.
Ladies, we're going to pull your wisdom teeth, or you can go try on swimsuits.
There's
think I'd
so
try on
many
the
different
suit.
styles.
Yes, I don't feel like it's
now
as miserable as it used to be.
Right,
100% it's
absolutely.
easier.
Absolutely.
Plus, with like Amazon or delivery from all these stores,
You
you
can
can
just-
do it in your house and return it if you don't like
Yes,
it. And with the
that's
right lighting.
exactly
But when you
what I
ladies
do.
try on the bathing
exactly
suit,
what I do.
do they just put it back up on the shelf, like because that's touched your privates?
Well, you wear underwear.
You're not supposed to take off your underwear
Yeah.
when you try that on. And if you do, you are disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Y'all know the single
Yeah, what would
most
you-
You wear- you
repulsive
keep
thing
your
to me in the
panties
clothing
on.
industry is that sticker, Sam, that they put inside. It makes me want to gag and vomit. Y'all,
What is
y'all-
a sticker? You're
there
speaking
is
Yeah,
a
yeah, they do it to
sticker.
guys
It's
that
a
wants
big
to.
old
It looks
sticker
like
on
a
your
plastic
crotch.
maxi pad.
Yes.
And it's on the crotch of swimsuits
Stop.
and like things like that. And I just want to barf. Even if nobody, I don't know, maybe nobody's touched the swimsuit.
Right.
When my kids purchase one or I purchase one and you have to pull that off, I'm so disgusted. I have to get a paper napkin and try and yank it off and throw it away because I'm
didn't even
so
think about that.
grossed out because, Sam, not everybody's as smart as you.
Right.
And I'm saying it like generally, not you personally. I'm saying generally,
People.
not everybody is as smart as you. Never assume they are as smart as you, where they are just trying on bathing suits with their underpants on as they should.
So you're saying there's a lack of common sense.
I'm sure there's.
Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna get naked in here. I'm gonna put this on for real.
Yeah, but
But I will
underwear
tell you
See how it
what,
looks.
trying on one of those little tiny bathing suits like I like to wear in Mexico, it's really hard to try on with underwear. You know,
That's
I mean,
true.
you already you try to wear as small underwear as you possibly can, but then you have this other thing. Then you can't get a good fit. Then you're pulling it over top of something frumpy.
But aren't you worried about somebody else's dangus having some kind of a something?
Oh,
that
they
gets
probably
on
smashed
yours?
before anyway.
You're going to get ringworm.
Yeah,
What
listen to
is
this.
ringworm?
Experts
It's a
warn
fungus.
shoppers that ringworm is transmissible via clothing. It is highly
Yes.
contagious and
Yes.
easily transmissible from person to person.
Yep.
Dirty surfaces. Unwashed clothes often displayed on hangers at shops, malls, and boutiques.
Wipe down the equipment at the gym before you use it, not after you use
it
it. As well. I mean, both
literally
times, but not just after.
Is it literally a worm?
No, they
No.
say it's not an actual worm. It's a reddish rash that gets its
Circular.
name from the raised circular shape it tends to form on the diseased area. In an unsightly it's an unsightly little bug that's often transmitted via skin-to-skin contact, as well as with animals and dirt, even dirty makeup brushes.
Imagine you get that, and then your wife or mate
Honest, ton. Let's try on a bathing suit.
thinks you're cheating on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wore some new clothes. Yeah, it's a good excuse for you, I guess, cheaters.
I mean, it's basically the same as athlete's foot. It's the same little fungus bug thing.
No, thank you.
Ooh.
Well, that's delicious.
So wash your clothes if you buy them.
Talk about that while I have my hot
You mean
coffee.
you've never gone to the store and just bought a pair of jeans and put them on without washing them? I've done
Yeah.
that.
Oh, I
No,
have
jeans.
100% yes.
Yeah, jeans.
Yeah.
But like T-shirts and stuff, I guess we should wash them. I have a shirt.
yeah,
I
underwear
we
and
should
bathing
wash
suits.
I have a shirt I
everything.
bought. It's got that sticker. When you peel that sticker, it's like what, 6 inches long.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
still there. I'm like, I haven't washed it yet. I haven't worn it either.
Have you
You
ever
have to spray it with that
Like take the color off or
because
something.
it like doesn't match the.
to
like,
loosen it?
you see the darker.
Really?
Yeah, that stupid sticker.
Oh.
I think it's a Walmart shirt.
Well, I mean,
so-
Sam, how many
Okay,
clothes
why?
do we buy as women? There's no way we're going to wash them. Like, I bought a sweater that had these really decorative sleeves, like for date night. I'm not putting that in the washing machine. I got to take that to the dry cleaners, I guess.
Right.
Anyway, okay, happy Monday, Houston, Texas. It's April the 14th, which means tomorrow's tax day, right?
Uh-oh.
Tuesday's tax day?
Yep. Tomorrow is the
They
day.
didn't change it
no.
to like the 18th or something for some reason. I'm not aware
Nope,
of
they're
this
back
year.
to normal now.
All right. If you missed what happened over the weekend right here in Houston that made national news, we'll talk about it in Scoop. Maybe you were there to witness it live. We'll discuss. Here's your official weather for today.
It's going to be gorgeous. Sunshine, high around 89 or so. Might even crack 90, but right now 68 degrees and 613 on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Movies, music, TV, and all things Hollywood. Celebrity Scoop on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRPE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Sarandas. All right, kids. over the weekend on Friday night for Friday night fireworks at the Astros game. Man, that was a great game. It was like a home run derby. Yadier Diaz had a grand slam. We are just pounding them in. Cam Smith had his first ever major league home run. 13-3 was the score Friday night. It was great. Saturday didn't really go our way. It was 4-1. Yesterday we won 7-3. Now, that means we win the series against the Angels, but it was the Saturday game that has made national news. If you were at Dyken Park, you could probably chime in at 37530. But there's a man named Jared Whalen who went to the game with his son and sat in this section in the foul ball zone over to the right field. Little did he know when he was walking into that ballpark that he's going to be all over social media for sports because Yadier Diaz hit a foul ball into the foul ball territory of the right field, and Jared Whalen reached for the ball as Mike Trout was trying to catch it to make it an out. And everyone's like, oh, well, that's foul ball territory. But it visually looks like Jared Whalen pried it out of Mike Trout's glove.
Oh.
So
a fan pulled it out of the player's glove.
Right.
But the fan was in his seat. He has every right to take that ball.
So this happened in Game 4 of the World Series last year between the Dodgers and the Yankees. I don't really remember it, but it's the Mookie Betts moment that
Those
everyone's
guys
referring
reached over
to.
and they grabbed it and they were holding his arm. Could have broke his
Yes,
hand.
I remember that when they thought
that was
that,
really
he could have broken his wrist.
And this guy could have hurt Mike. Well, Mike Trout's a beast. Not going to hurt him. So
But
this
let me
guy-
ask you, did he have possession of the ball? Was it?
That's where it looked bad.
Was it caught?
It looked like it was caught.
I think he would have caught it.
Then it should, it should be an out.
Here's the audio from that moment.
It's this one toward the right field corner. It's deep. It's over toward foul territory. Trout leaping. Did he make the catch? He says he thought he was interfered with by a fan down the right field line. Now, if Trout reached over the wall into the crowd, it's not interference. And the Angels might want to take a look at this fan who's just said, I'm sorry, Mike, to the crowd. It's just whatever happens.
It's a great effort by Trout going right to the wall.
And he's going to have a tough time getting interference on that because, the fan ripped it right out of his glove. Now, I wonder if that changes the scenario.
Yeah, and it's in his glove and he took it out. That's the thing.
That's a different...
He took it right out of his glove.
Yeah, Trout had it and the fan literally ripped it out of his glove.
That should be an out. That's got to be an out. Should be. He literally took it right out of his glove.
This guy's in the heat of battle over there.
They're all talking. Security's coming.
I mean, that's like a...
That sounds like an out.
Well,
Did he get booted?
He says security came down
They
to
moved
address him, but he wasn't ejected from the game and said they were moved to different seats. Then after the Angels beat the Astros 4-1, Mike Trout met with Jared Whalen and his son in the tunnel. Mike Trout was heard telling Jared that he appreciated his reaction, and Jared said he meant no ill will towards Mike Trout. He even offered to give the ball back to Mike Trout. Trout gave Whalen's son a signed bat and signed the foul ball.
You sit in those seats. You got to know the rules.
Yes.
And he's trying to say he's protecting his son.
But his son
was going up.
Watching
You
that
don't
video.
know until you're in
Does
the
anyone
heat
know
of the
this guy? I'd
moment.
love to talk to him on the show because I felt bad. I mean, his face is hilarious. He's like,
Oh, no.
and his like chin's like going like this.
And I think, and I've
He's like,
never sat in that
it's
little
hilarious.
corner pocket. I mean, I've been kind of closer to that area, but not down that close to the field. But I've once, maybe twice, I've sat where the King Tuck section was. Now it's, I don't know what we're going to call that since King Tuck's not there anymore. But right there in that part of the outfield.
Can fan.
Is that what it is?
I don't
Okay.
know. He's been killing it. So
They
maybe.
absolutely tell you when you sit there in the front rows, you better keep your hands to yourself. Do not interfere with this ball. You will be ejected
But
from this
this guy
game. And
didn't
they've got
interfere.
security standing there staring at you.
He was in his seat.
He's
He
in
didn't,
his seat.
he didn't reach over, but then when
But when he pried it out of
Taking
the
it
glove,
out of the glove.
that's where the fine line is.
because Mike Trout reached over to catch it into the fan area, and that's because he wanted to make the catch.
But that's his ball.
well, how many
the fan's
times
ball.
has the foul ball happened? Like, the batter pops it up, and it kind of goes right there where the catcher can run and get it in the stands or whatever, and he gets it, and they say, "Oh, it's a foul ball, it's an out." And then maybe it's obviously
it'd be
Mike
an
Trout
out.
was trying to do the same
If he
thing.
would have had it and that guy did knock it out of his hand, it would have been an out.
Now, the announcers for the Astros, Todd Karras and Jeff Blum, originally Todd Karras was like, oh, no, that's his ball. It's fair for a fan to have that. That's his ball. That's fan territory. That's fan territory. And then Jeff Blum's like, not if he's prying it out of the glove.
Yeah. Like rewatching it back.
But it's also
like,
slow mo.
Yeah.
Real time. Think about because it was like
That
you should have
moment.
seen
Oh,
Mike
real
Trout come in. I'm
time,
like,
yeah.
You're looking up. we're
Yeah,
not.
you're looking up.
We're fans. We're not professional athletes. We can't take our eye off the ball, look across and see Mike Trout coming, and then look back up. You see the ball going up, and it's coming towards your seat. You think it's
Yeah,
okay.
the thing is, we don't know what it feels like. I mean,
felt
you
bad
make
for
a
both.
split-second decision. You made a bad decision. You shouldn't have tried to take
And
it
he
out
tried
of the
to,
glove.
as soon as he realized, but the way he was fighting for the glove looked bad, but then he tried to give it back to him. He's like, it's like a little kid getting caught with cookies, and then he tries to give it back to you.
He said, I just didn't know what was going on. I didn't realize it was a play. It was coming at my son's face. I just reached out. But when you rewatch it, it was coming down over them, and his son was over here too.
Yeah, no, I mean, just tell that's what the national media. They're like, dude, just tell the truth.
Yeah, you're using your
Just
kid
say-
as an excuse.
Yeah, just say that, like everyone else, you didn't see Mike Trout. You just went for the ball. And then really, when you realized it was Mike Trout, you tried to give it back to him.
Well, we ended
And
up losing that game, but we
the
won
next
the
pitch,
series.
he flied out to center field anyway.
Oh.
He is, so
Didn't really change the outcome of the game.
We got beat. Didn't matter.
Man.
But you gotta be careful. That's why you don't want those seats. Too much pressure.
And it is a lot of pressure because anywhere you
something
can't
dumb.
even if you want to like check your phone for like you took a picture just now in the stands with your mate or your kids or your friends and you're looking at the picture to send it to your friend right after you took it. Oh, heads up. Doink.
I'd love to see his texts. All of his friends and
I saw you,
coworkers
dude.
today are busting his junk.
Yeah.
I could see it for
Because
sure.
he's everywhere. And it's very clear that it's him. You can't hide that's you.
But how quickly are you forgotten in the world of social media?
Oh, by Tuesday.
Yeah, but right now
instantly.
it's very heavy. Very heavy.
Because all the talking heads will do it today.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all
Yeah.
they'll talk about because maybe they have
They'll talk
nothing
about
else.
Rory, and they'll talk about the playoffs. For
Rory
basketball.
McIlroy is a Masters champion now. If you watch the Masters over the
So he
weekend,
might luck out. He might not get talked about national then.
It's true.
maybe.
Those are some big stories. Basketball playoff pitcher and Rory.
And Rory
Masters.
McIlroy was placed second place for the Texas Children's Open, Houston Open. He was second place.
Oh, yeah.
And he won the Masters.
And then
now.
people start talking about the Rockets. Who are they going to play next?
Don't know that yet.
Nope.
Yeah, when do we figure
It'll
that
be,
out? When did
well-
the playoffs even start? What's the date?
Golden
19th.
State and Memphis in the first round.
Yeah, whoever wins that, we play on the 19th. What day is the 19th?
That's on
Is it
Friday.
Easter or is that
Saturday
No,
or
Saturday.
Sunday?
Saturday, because Sunday's the 20th. Easter's the 20th. So it's Saturday.
So the Grizzly Warrior game will be tomorrow at 9 o'clock at night.
Yep. We'll be up for that one.
That's a late one.
We'll just wait to see what's
That's going to
happening.
be at Chase Center in San Francisco. It's on TNT.
I can't stay up that late.
Me neither. I don't have
Not
any
for our
interest.
job.
I don't watch two teams I don't care about.
Exactly. Just tell me in the morning what happened.
Yep.
I don't care. Anyway, so the Menendez brothers trial might get re-sentenced. Now, this was a very, very heavy topic in pop culture when Ryan Murphy's Monster series came out on Netflix. Everybody got back on that bandwagon of Eric and Lyle Menendez were wrongly accused and all these things. Not even wrongly accused. They did it. They killed their parents. It was about what,
It was
what the
their
reason
defense.
was. What was the defense? So just last week, again, like on Thursday, Friday, the judge said they're going to open it up to re-sentence them. So it is very close to a reality that this judge is going to say, they've served enough time, let's let them out.
What does the family want to do?
The family was all on Good Morning America on Friday, and they were all talking about how they've been trying to get them free for a long time.
Okay.
Remember, if you
And
watch
then-
the documentary, the family was behind the two kids. They were supporting them.
Well,
Yes.
and then up until last night, Lyle and Eric Menendez's aunt, Terry Baralt, who was one of the people on TV, was found unresponsive in her hotel room, right in the middle of all this, trying to get them out.
Man.
She's had some medical issue.
Oh,
She's in
okay.
critical condition, and she's in a bad way. So what a bad timing this is for her. Unfortunately, she's on TV and she's trying to fight to get these men out of prison. And then I don't know if she's. I mean, they said she's critical condition. I don't know. I mean, she's 85, and they. That's just a lot of stress, right? It's got to be all from the stress of being on TV. So I don't know. That's a to be continued because that's coming back around. You'll probably see that a lot in the news today. And that's really all I got because I need some more aloe vera for my burned arms.
Yeah, it's going to
hurting?
start peeling.
It's really-
going to come off in sheets.
I mean, Kevin, I was like, I really want to wear my regular lotion, but it kind of burns.
Oh, yeah.
And aloe vera is real sticky. For those of you
It
who know, I got
is.
burned in
I
Galveston.
hate
Only my
how
arms.
sticky it is.
It's
Feels good,
sticky.
though.
And why can't you find it when you need it? I have like 4 of those bottles. I couldn't find it anywhere. I had to go yesterday and buy another one.
It's in the bottom of the
Yes.
suntan lotion basket.
100%. And when I got home, guess where I found it? In the bottom shelf of the laundry
Yep,
room.
always in the bottom somewhere
And I'm
in the
going to go
corner.
return the one I bought yesterday because I go, this is stupid. It was like $8.
It's so expensive.
It is.
I know we have roundtable coming up, but there's a story yesterday I saw where a woman, she went viral. She has 10 million views. She's from Scotland or England. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out where she's from. But she has a controversial home rules for her kids. When you hear these rules, Roula's head's going to spin around and fall off. And you hear what this lady, 10 million people are like, 9 million are mad, and 1 million are like, yeah, that's a good idea. These are good rules. But I don't get these rules at all.
Go outside and sweat, and then just go get right in your bed and go to sleep.
No, wait.
You drive me crazy.
I wish that was the rule.
Oh, God. All right, we'll talk about it next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. There, Eric, here's the table.
Nice shoe in there.
I'm going to want to go on a cleaning tear, I feel like, after you share the story with us, Eric.
Okay.
I just saw this like on the Sun. It's like the tabloid for
UK.
England?
the UK and stuff.
Okay.
This lady got 10 million views on this story. And I was like, well, what is 10 million? That made my eyes like, well, let me check this out. And basically, it's her rules with her kids. I'll just play it and you guys can discuss.
Okay.
Number one, you don't have to tidy. I will do that. I don't mind. I'll put your clothes away. I'll wash your clothes. That's my job. I'm your mum. I'm going to mother you. Let me smother you. So also, if you don't like it, don't eat it. I will happily cook 4 different meals for 4 different people. I don't mind. I have girl dinner every night. I barely eat. I forget to eat. So if you guys want to go get snacks, go get as many snacks as you want. Snacks are unlimited. So you don't have any rules. You can go in the cupboards, in the fridge, whenever you want. Screen time, unlimited. Have as much screen time as you want. Bedtimes, we don't have them. Half of the kids sleep with me. 4 in the bed and the little one said roll over. I don't mind. What else? You can live with me forever. You don't have to eat what's on your plate. You don't have to clean and tidy. You can go on your phone whenever you want. Get as many snacks as you like. I can't think of any more. Bedtimes, we don't have those. Like, we're a very lenient house. If you want to swear, swear. I say you can say but when we're out and about in the general public, please don't do that. They know that. They wouldn't swear in front of Nanny. That's not okay. But the rules we have in the house, non-existent.
Whoa.
Non-existing
you're
no rules at all.
creating a non-functional adult.
Yeah, that's going to be a bad kid.
Wow. No
bad
rules
adult
ever.
is what you're going to
I mean, I understand if they're 14 or something. You've hopefully taught them well to, to go get snacks and treat people well. And
Right.
but you still got to tell kids to get off the phone, get the iPad. You can't just let them
And
do
not to
that
tidy
thing.
up, so what? They'll just like pour their milk into like their cereal bowl and then just leave it there because they're like, oh, my mom's going to clean it up.
And then when they get
let's leave it
married,
here.
they're going to think their new mate's going to have to do all that for them.
Yeah.
I keep telling my kids, I'm focusing more on like the next phase of their life, which would be a college roommate.
Yeah.
So a lot of times I get frustrated with my kids about leaving messes. I go, oh my God, I do not want you to be like the worst roommate ever.
Mm-hmm.
You do not want to go to college and have people say, God, you're like the worst person to live with. You want to try and get some decent housing and you need 4 people to be part of the thing. And somebody's going to be like, do not live with her. She's a slob. You do not want to be that person. So I keep trying to tell them, like, when you take your dish to the sink, even if you don't want to wash it right now, put some water all the way in it so like it moves the milk around so it's not sticky in the bowl.
Doesn't coagulate there. I just feel bad
I just can't
because
stand that. I can't stand that.
you are raising this child to be non-functional when they are an adult.
Not just child. She said 5 of them.
Yeah. Oh my God. So what you're going to have are people that do not know how to act in society.
There's a book that I've bought my kids over the summer, and I told them they read it, and they like basically took a pop quiz on it, so they showed me they know how to be a human. I'd give them a prize, and it's called How to Be a Person. It's called that. It's like a cartoonish looking book for kids between the ages of like 8 and 15, and it's How to Be a Person, and it tells you all the basics of life.
What?
Like when you have wet towels after you take a shower, where do those go? Not on the wood floors.
No, you hang them up
Not
and
left
let 'em
on
dry.
rugs and carpets. You're going to hang them up to dry. What do you do when you get out of the bathtub that has a shower curtain? You're going to leave the shower curtain totally, is the word open or closed?
I think it's open because
I
you don't
always
want
tell
it
them
to-
you have to spread it out so the water can dry off. Otherwise, if you leave it bunched, it's going to be all mildewy and disgusting.
Ryan's answered questions that are for a 6-year-old.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't know what the
That's my
word is. Am I
mentality.
saying you leave it open?
That's cute.
Or you
That's
leave
funny.
it closed? Because I feel like you're closing it off, closing the bathtub off, but you're actually opening up the shower curtain. So what is the right word?
Oh, that's weird.
What are we saying?
I'm visualizing what you're saying,
Yeah.
but it does.
Keep it pulled open.
I
So
guess,
the word is
yeah.
open.
Yeah,
I'd say
you don't,
closed.
you don't want it bundled
If
together.
it's open, that means you
Yeah,
opened
because
it.
that's what I told my daughter.
You
You to
open it
leave
and
it
surprise
open,
the
and she
person
left
inside.
it bunched.
I see what you're saying there.
And I go,
right?
no, it has to be closed, but flat.
But here's a way.
Yeah,
you
you say
just answered it right there. Just say, not bunched.
Yeah.
Yes.
that's
not,
so,
not
yeah,
bunched.
not
I like
bunched.
that. I like
So
not
the book
bunched.
is called How to Be a Person. I don't know who wrote it, but it's real cute and it's very aesthetically pleasing
That
to your
is
eyes for
so
kids.
What if you put
Funny.
2 stickers on each side and say from
Here to here.
Grover to Big Bird? And they have to touch. Put 2 things that they like. And But then they know that
because when they're too young, you're doing it anyway. Right now, I'm at the phase of my life where I'm not checking on them all the time. I don't have to be there to bathe them and
I hate
help
when they
them
throw their
bathroom.
towels on the floor.
Oh, I know.
I mean, even it's tile. You can use it more than once.
Yes.
You don't need two towels and just.
Or in the hamper. I hate when you throw it in the hamper.
No, you don't
wet.
throw a wet
Oh my
towel
God! Yes,
in the
that's
hamper.
another part of how to be a person. You do not put wet things in the hamper.
It's so
And they just sit
gross.
there.
It's so gross.
And it smells.
Like, or Mark's sweaty gym clothes. I'm like, can you at least like hang them up until like I don't want them in the hamper.
Or put them straight in the washing machine. Let them sit in there. If they're not ready for a whole load.
I just did laundry.
Like, I grapple with this
You
all
put your hand in
the
there
time.
and like the sweaty socks. Oh god.
Especially the ones invented like laundry tongs.
Laundry tongs.
So you
next
don't
to the
have
hamper,
to
it's like collected to the hamper and
touch it.
Yeah, and you can pick it
That'd
up.
be so funny. I feel like that would take so much time.
Yeah.
I just take
Put
my
your hands
hamper
on-
and just drop it into my laundry room, and then I just sort it that way.
Let's see if you had the tongs, you could pick it up.
But then with like my belly, I'm like,
Use your barbecue tongs.
Your barbecue tongs.
Well, for those that don't know, Sam has a larger belly because she's pregnant.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's
No,
kinda-
it's just the way that I am.
Yeah.
she's been stressed eating a lot here.
By the way, the book that I bought, I just looked it up to see who wrote it. It's called How to Be a Person, 65 Hugely Useful, Super Important Skills to Learn. It's $9.49 on Amazon. And it looks like a little cartoon on the front, How to Be a Person. And it has all these like little bubble captions about things you're supposed to do. I highly recommend even for college kids or high school kids about to go to college, refresher course, How to Be a Person.
Because you're spoiling
Ross
them.
Text. All you do is just say, spread the curtain out, guys.
Yeah.
Spread the curtain out. Okay,
Spread it
thanks,
out.
Ross.
You're smarter than us.
Is it open or is it closed?
No, just
spread
spread
the
it out.
curtain out.
We're done.
The Roula and Ryan Show
We're
with
too
Eric.
invested.
What's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRBE.
Okay, so unfortunately, George Foreman died back on March 21st at the age of 76. This morning at 10 a.m., George Foreman will be honored with a memorial service at the Wortham Theater Center in downtown Houston. The service starts at 11 a.m., so I would anticipate a lot of traffic in the downtown area this morning. So Mr. Foreman finally, I think he's been laid to rest. This is just a memorial service.
Oh, that's
that was
cool.
back on March 21st. Now, the Rockets are going to play the winner of the play-in game between number 7 Golden State and number 8 Memphis in the first round of the playoffs. That starts on Saturday or Sunday in Houston.
Golden State 7? Who's
Yeah.
won?
The Thunder, Oklahoma State Thunder.
Oh, wow. I have not paid attention
All these
to
teams
my
are within
sports.
like 2 games, 1 game. It's crazy from 3 or 4 to 8.
What number are we?
2.
Oh, wow. We're second
Oh.
seed?
Thank you, Kevin.
Holy smokes. Thank you. The Thunder.
But we're 2 and 3 against. Like we can never hardly beat the Warriors.
Well, the Grizzly Warriors game is going to be tomorrow night at 9 at the Chase Center in San Francisco.
We want Memphis. That way the games are like before 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
When they play West Coast teams, and they start the games at 9
9
something.
o'clock.
That sucks.
That's like oh, God. Wait, the games start on the West Coast at what time?
Well, for them, it's like 7,
7 o'clock.
7:20, but
So for us, it's
9:20.
9:20. Forget it.
Oh, that's so
Let's
late.
go Grizzlies just for the time change.
We're 3-1 against them, I think. So, yeah. There we go.
That's what's going down in H-Town.
All right, coming up next. How did you catch your cheater? You didn't need roses for that. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. It's only 7:20. I'm thinking of 7:20. It's 7 o'clock. Oh,
Yes.
Lord. I'm already off of a Monday, y'all. Sorry. Oh, my God. All right. So do we do
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the
100%. I'm already fast
I had a
forwarding
mom
to How'd You
working on
Catch Your
Lister
Cheater.
line, and Freddie pulled this one, and I'm like, oh, we got to talk about this on Monday.
Okay, so what happens when your grandparents are saying too much about your baby, their grandchild? Like, when do you tell grandpa or grandma to shut it up on their opinion that they really wanted you to have a boy, but you had a girl? Because, you controlled that
Yeah.
and chose that. So we're going to let this woman air out her issue and then get your opinions on it next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
From the Bell Furniture Unbeaten Bell Prices Traffic Desk in downtown, I-10 Katy Freeway eastbound at Taylor. There's reports of an accident. We are seeing a heavy slowdown from Heights. 610 North Loop westbound at Irvington. A stalled car is blocking the center lane. That's causing the heavy stop and go from 59. North Sam Houston Parkway westbound between Aldine Westfield and Imperial Valley. You've got construction blocking the left lane. It's causing a pretty heavy slowdown from John F. Kennedy. I'm Becca Parker with your KRBE traffic check.
You're going to want to sit down for this. The jumbo breakfast platter from Jack in the Box. No, seriously. It's so much food. There's French toast sticks, grilled sausage patty, hash brown, and scrambled eggs, all for just $4.99.